everybody, and welcome back to Navota. So this is episode 4, and today we're going to be working on some Southwestern suburbs that are, inspired by Sedona, Arizona, like the rest of the series. And Sedona's suburbs are really unique. I'm trying to do something like this. I want a very Southwestern vibe with all of the wooded features of Sedona's suburbs just all at the same time, and I think we're achieving it pretty well. The houses are almost all one story, and that's what I'm going for here as well. There is a really small selection of assets, unfortunately, so we're just gonna have to deal with that, but we'll do our best. And so far, from what I worked on this episode, I'm pretty optimistic. I think we're gonna be able to manage this pretty well, even with the current selection of assets, and I know some more are coming out in the future. One particular creator, you know who you are if you're watching. Get them finished, please. I need them. Anyway, right now we're working on this little park, and this park has a little playground, some benches, and I don't know, I just wanted to include a little park here. Right now we're actually working near that shopping center we worked on last episode, if you're wondering where we are on the map, and we're going to be working around here for a little while probably. Actually, next episode I might be getting the train station over near Old Town, and I think that'd be a good idea. And yes, we decided to put that train station near Old Town. The comment section was pretty much unanimous, and it makes sense. Yes, rail is, mostly a thing of the past, so it makes sense to have it in the older part of town. Old Main Street totally makes sense, so we're going to be putting it over there. But anyway, we've pretty much finished this park, so now we're going to begin working on this church over here. So this is the church from Pug Gaming's The Walking Dead series, and I love this asset, and I've been waiting to use it for a while. I think it fits really well here with how we integrated it. So one thing I'm doing a lot, you might notice, is I'm using a lot of gravel, and as you might have noticed from the street view that we had going earlier, there's a lot of gravel in Sedona, and yeah, I'm trying to incorporate a lot of that and use it rather than pavement in a lot of places, and I think that is working really well. Right now, we placed that dark asphalt parking lot, which I think fits pretty well there as well. Lots of dark asphalt in the Southwest. Typically, the main roads will be darker asphalt. The other roads will be just lighter, not as well maintained, a lot of the time at least. So I'm trying to go for something like that, like the suburban roads are actually lighter asphalts. I don't know if I actually changed that yet in the time-lapse, but yeah, regardless, we'll work on that later. So, something I wanted to ask all of you is, what do you want for a 10,000 subscriber special? I'm probably going to be doing a setup video just because I promised one before and never made it, but other than that, what do you want? Because I would like to do something else, and possibly a live stream, I don't know. So, this is how it's going to work. Go down in the comment section and look and see if the suggestion that you were going to give is listed in the comments already by somebody else. And if it is, then give that comment an upvote and don't make a comment of your own. I mean, you could reply to that comment and whatever, but definitely just try to upvote the suggestion that's already there. And that way I'll be able to pick from the suggestions that have the most upvotes. And if the suggestion isn't there, then make a comment, and then people can upvote yours if they agree. And you can upvote multiple comments as well. Yeah, I think we can manage that. So do that in the comments, and we'll see where we are going forward. So yeah, right now we are just continuing on with what we've been doing, just adding different fences and extending these sidewalks. I love these custom sidewalks. They just look great. Here's a shot I posted to Reddit, and this shot, I just love it, because you could just see the details, and you can see the curb that opens up for the parking lots, and it's just great. I'm really, really happy with how this area turned out. And something a lot of people have been asking me recently is, how do I get my game to look so crisp? Really, you just have to mess around with the visual mods a lot. Like, I've really, really improved at using the visual mods in this game, and improved the look of my game as the new visual mods have come out, just over time. It's not as simple as just applying settings and it's just hoping everything works. You gotta really practice with those mods. So in the time lapse while I was gone, we did a lot of copy pasting of these neighborhoods, and that's what I'm going to be doing mostly throughout this series, because it's just too tedious to make each individual house, and just it's so detailed that it's just going to be too tedious. And I've learned that copy pasting Suburbs is a really, really good idea. Thank you $2.20 for teaching me that, because it's something you really got to know. You got to copy paste Suburbs, because making each individual building, you know, detailed, it's just ridiculous. And you definitely shouldn't be zoning if you want to go for a detailed style in the game. Don't zone. You got to use the Plop the Growables mod and Rico and plop every single building. And you want to detail each individual building to some extent, but mostly if you can copy paste a suburb, you know, and have the color variation automatically set by the assets themselves, just definitely do that, because it's such a time saver. One thing you do have to make sure of, though, is not to make the mistake I made, and you can't make every suburb block that you copy paste, especially on a large scale, very detailed, because if you copy paste lots of detailed suburbs, you're going to end up in the position I'm in right now, where you've got 10 FPS with under 600 population. And I only have a couple blocks, so if you really detail too much and you use really high triangle suburban homes, then you're going to end up with really terrible FPS, so just be careful. Anyway, so we're working on the parking lot behind this little flower shop, and I love this little area. I think this is a nice little back lot, and it's relatively polished with the asphalt, but I think it's nice. And just trying to work with some planters here in front of these shops, the palm planters by Mr. Mason, and I'm trying not to add too many palms, but you obviously see them in the southwest, so adding some of those, but mostly sticking with the pine trees and the desert trees like the Joshua tree I just placed. But mostly I'm using some of the newer Padelmo pines. Those are really, really amazing assets, and I've been like waiting for something exactly like those. And those are going to be perfect for the rest of this series. I'm probably going to be replacing the rest of the trees on this map with the Padelmo pines, because one, they're lower triangle than the older Mr. Mason pines, but two, I feel like they fit a little bit better for Navota, and they're a little bit more generic. So now we're going to begin making some more custom avenues like we did last episode with turning lanes and stuff like that. So right now we're working with the network extension to 8-lane roads, the 8-lane avenues, and I love these avenues for working with as custom roads, because you could just do a lot of different things. So we're using those combined with the Ronix pavement and the King Leno herringbone decals. I've been using those a lot, both in New Windsor and in Navota, and those fit really well. Now I'm just going to try to add some curbs just so I can put some trees there, and I'm really, really happy with how this segment of avenue turned out, and the turning lanes are actually pretty functional. Some cars do drive on the sidewalks, but that's something I can't exactly control, unfortunately. I mean, the game's going to evolve, and we're going to get even more turning lane roads on the workshop. Unfortunately, the ones that are on the workshop, I believe, they're only for lighter asphalts, and that's unfortunate because I've got pretty dark asphalt here, and I don't want just a single segment to be brighter. I don't know if I can use the Roads Color Changer mod in conjunction with Roads United just to make the other roads darker, and I don't know if that even works with workshop roads either, so I don't know, but I'll figure it out. And overall, I'm really, really happy that the workshop now has road modding anyway. I think that's just an amazing feature that I think it's just going to go a really, really long way now that you can create your own networks much more easily than before. Enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, as it really helps out, helps the videos get out there, and yeah, helps me out a lot. So remember to leave a like if you enjoyed, leave a dislike if you didn't, and if you're new around here though, remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button to get notified whenever I upload a video, so you'll never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter, the link's in the description. I post tons of teasers and announcements and stuff like that. I've been tweeting a lot more recently overall, so definitely follow me there. And follow me on Instagram in the description as well, at @prez_YT for both. I post tons of screenshots on Instagram of my best City Skylines builds, so follow me there as well. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.